Hello, everybody. Welcome to English 101 online. This is a fully online class, by the way. In other words, we have no face-to-face meetings, but you can meet with me face-to-face during my office hours, which I'll explain to you in a couple of minutes. This is our homepage for the class. I always leave a note for you here, kind of previewing the week. And below it, I often put a to-do list for the week, but there's also another place to look, and we have a class calendar page. Now, it doesn't go into the amount of detail that I do on the home page, but that said, it gives all the assignments, due dates, deadlines, all the way through the semester. As this is February, and if you scroll on through May, you would see everything. So keep that in mind. You see that you do have a couple of things coming up as being due Wednesday and also on Friday. But before I get into the details of that, let me just give you a brief tour of the course. And I don't know how many of you have taken college courses before, but there is kind of a contractual obligation. In other words, the course assignments, policies, requirements, all that you can find on the syllabus. And that is a big part of your assigned reading for the week, because it's that important. And you can see that it will just open here, although for an assignment you've got coming up Friday, you might want to download it so you can keep it open, because there's an open book quiz on it Friday. And there I am, Professor Pickford, Professor of English here at Mesa College. I've been a professor here since 2006. And if you read all the way through it, please, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, because as I promised a couple of minutes ago, if you need to get in touch with me, there are my office hours. I'm in G312. That's the third floor of the G building, across from the LRC, the library, in other words. And those are my office hours for every Thursday. And if that won't work for you, we'll find a time. Believe me, we'll figure something out. Worst case scenario, we'll do a Zoom meeting. Otherwise, I'll meet with you there on another day if that won't work. Okay, the coursework. There are a few assignments. There's some week in, week out assignments that you should know about. The online discussions, and that's done in two installments. There's a Wednesday posting due, and sometimes a response on Wednesday, or alternately on Friday with a Friday posting. One response a week, two postings. Reading quizzes due every Friday. Now, don't mean you have to wait until then to turn them in. If you've got a lot going on in your week, you might want to turn them in early. Some short writing assignments that I'll explain starting week after next, probably. A two-part major class project, and response to an essay draft and submission of a draft, which you won't need to worry about until May. And then a final exam worth 10% of the course. And I'll explain that to you as well. But if you have any other questions, once you've read the syllabus, there's a place you can go. Right here on the discussions page, the class chat room. And feel free to ask a question anytime. I check this every day, at least once. And you'll pick up a couple of reading question points equal to 1 reading question if you ask a question here that hasn't already been asked, or answer a classmate's question correctly before I see it. But I check every day, so you'd have to be pretty quick. And let me show you the assignments. Here's the assignments page. And there's the discussion for the week. 1 posting due Wednesday. Be sure to read through all of this your first couple of times till you get the hang of it. And then there's a Friday posting with a response to a classmate's posting for Friday. Sometimes those responses come on a Wednesday. Depends on which week and what kind of posting I'm asking you to create here. Your postings should be in paragraph form. Usually you can take care of most of those in a short paragraph of 4 to 5 sentences, but just read the instructions carefully. And as you did see, the reading questions that are due Friday, and that's standard week in, week out. And it's always open book. And this one's on the syllabus, so be sure to get that open next to you so you can go back and forth and check as you read. A few other places to go. Keep in mind, the class textbooks, these are required for the course, both of these. You can buy them at the college bookstore if you wish, but they're available here at no cost in ebook form. So I'll leave that up to your discretion as to which way you want to go. If you're one of those people who just likes having a print book and the easy access to parts of it, be my guest. You'll have to pay, not a lot, but you will. Or you're comfortable with ebooks, they're right here. There's the reading guides to the chapters in this particular book, Strategic Thinking and Complex Problem Solving. And I'll say more about that as we get to what's assigned in that book. Web links, and I'll explain how that particular web link works when we get toward an assignment that will require it. There's a sample here for MLA format, which I'll explain as we get to a writing assignment that requires it, which will be in a couple of weeks. Okay, that's the long and short of it. And I'm always available if you have questions. Like I said, there's that chat room I showed you on the discussions page. And anything of a personal nature that you don't want everybody else to see because it involves your grade or something, over here on the inbox page, you can send me a message. And I'm happy to help. Okay, I'm looking forward to a great week with you, to get to know you a little bit as thinkers and writers, and a great semester together. And we will talk soon.